What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. You know, I didn't even test the audio, but we're going to go with it. Fuck it, because it looks good from
We're
here.
doing it live.
We're doing it live!
It actually looks pretty hot.
Yeah.
I have to turn it down.
Yeah, I'll do it in the video.
Yeah.
It's easier to do. Anyways, you know who it is, your boy John.
I'm the Nobody Slayer this week.
Nobody's like, I feel that. I feel that.
I didn't roll all week.
Oh, you didn't?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, you were sick, too.
I'm still
You
not
did show
feeling
up,
great.
though. You were there.
I was there on Friday watching you.
Yeah.
Let's talk
Watching
about that.
me?
Let's talk about that
Fucking
drink, and we'll
shit.
talk about that roll.
Fucking watching me. Oh, yeah.
You know what? That one's actually good. Is that the grape soda one?
It's not grape, but it's that purple drink.
Oh, yeah.
It's good though. It's one of their like staple, like really good. They have a lineup of drinks that are like staples, and then they have some that are
Some
like
weird, that move around.
Yeah, like they have one of our favorites during Halloween time. They come out with this like
Was it pumpkin spice?
no, it's
Basic ass
a
bitch.
caramel apple.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, it's so freaking good.
I don't think I can do that.
It is so good, and it's not overly.
Do you like
sweet.
those caramel apple suckers?
No.
Oh yeah, those are terrible.
It's not too sweet. That's the thing. Like, that's like my wife. She's like, oh, they got watermelon. I can't do watermelon flavored drinks because they're too syrupy. Like they're too fucking sweet. You know.
Yep.
It's got to be the right sweetness.
I like those Alanis. They are kind of
But then they got B12. Well, the
Diesel.
The owner or whatever that made these. They're a YouTuber. It's a lady.
Oh really?
Yeah, some like fitness like family lady, and she makes a bunch of like health conscious products. So that's why these are like B12 and like
I can't
10 calories.
I can't think of her name, but there's a one fitness YouTuber chick that I love.
We're talking about health, fool.
I'm talking about health too. I'm getting real healthy and virile. All right, so let's talk about I almost forgot.
What?
How fat are you?
Oh,
So around 206 or what?
no.
No?
I had
Hey, once you found out you're not competing, you stopped trying to cut weight?
no, I'm still eating healthy, but I had a weekend where I took the kids bowling and we had pizza. And then when I went there, I ordered like pizza, wings, fries. Like
It was Nathan's birthday or just for fun?
Not just for fun. That day you sent me the thing. You're like, hey, there's $10 thing.
Easter.
Yeah, it was Easter.
Was it $10?
It was $10,
Nice.
but they only let us do 4 people, so I had to pay for Cassie full price, which is whatever.
It was like $20 or whatever. Yeah.
But it was still fucking cheap.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about the game card?
Yeah.
So we figured out the total. They put $1,000 on that card.
Damn.
Anyway, so what happened was we went for Nathan's birthday to the bowling alley. We bought like the party pack, and they came with like game cards for all of them.
Nathan 17 or 18?
18.
Damn.
Yeah.
Boy's old as hell.
They came with game cards, so like arcades or whatever, and they all won tickets, and so then they wanted to combine the tickets, and so we took it to the guy, and we're like, hey, can you combine the tickets? And then he came back and he's like, oh, I can't find the tickets, and we're like, and then he asked how much, and we told him, and then he came back and he goes, oh, I made a mistake, so I gave you $2,100, and when we went to look at the tickets, there wasn't tickets on there, there was 0 tickets, but there was $2,100 credits, which we figured out is about $1,000 some worth of credits, and so
you would think it would be $600 in credits.
It was $50.
$100
for $100 gives you 50 credits or something like that.
Yeah.
So we put 2,100 credits on there, something like that. So we've been so now they go, and not only that, we found like a couple glitches on games where we can hit 500 tickets every single fucking time.
What are you doing with all these tickets?
They're buying all the fucking toys. They go in and they clean out, and then we're like, hey, can you go refill that? And then they go and they fucking buy them again. I'm like, these kids are crazy.
That's wild.
It's a good story for them.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was pretty
for sure.
funny.
That's like a dream come true.
Yeah. Dude, they go and it's like an unlimited glitch because they're just swiping. And it's like every time we look, their credits are like, their games are like 2 credits each. Mm-hmm. So they're just like swipe. And it's pretty funny.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I'm trying to delay the inevitable. I saw you get choked by a white belt this week, dog.
I did. Yeah, I don't care.
Was there long rolls that day?
Yeah,
too?
so that was, we showed up.
I couldn't figure out what he was doing because like people started.
This is what he did.
So there was 8 of you in the inside, and then you 8 stayed, and he brought 8 new people. So first it was 4-on-4, four groups of 2.
So we warmed up real quick, and then he counted all the purple belts, and then he was like,
"That's right." He told me that later.
He's all purple belts all in the middle, and so then we all rolled against each other, and then he said, "We can't leave, and we can't have water, and we can't have breaks."
Well, water's for pussies.
And so I don't drink a lot of water. Like I feel
I've been seeing you on the side, fucking sweat towels.
Oh yeah, I bring the sweat
shit.
towel. But anyways, so I found my limit right now is 4 rolls.
Really?
4 rolls, like one after another, and I'm like,
you're too aggressive.
I'm like fucking gassed the fuck out, and so that was the 4th roll. And then I had just rolled with Kyle, who just fucking went off on me, and like I was dying. I was like, God damn it!
Is he competing?
Yeah, I think they're cool. They're competing.
Are you gonna go next week? Oh
no, I'm not.
Me either.
Yeah, but I am gonna sign up. I pulled out. I'm gonna sign up for the one in UCLA. That's the one they're getting ready. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing.
I think that's the one they're getting ready for.
I feel pretty good.
It's all right. My shoulder.
My ankle's not bad.
My shoulder was hurting, and then when I came home that day, my ankle was swollen and shit. Because I tried to foot sweep him, and I did it wrong, and I hit my ankle.
Kyle?
No, I think it was a white belt.
Oh, Ben?
Yeah, and I tried to, but he's a big boy, you know, so I hit him,
boy's big.
and his foot didn't even move, but my ankle
pretty strong, too. Like, he's pretty strong for being a kid.
He's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
So he's got that, like, big boy strength as he's losing that fucking weight. He's strong.
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, dude, you're looking fucking good, man.
Dude,
I think sometimes...
I seen him choke a couple other people where I'm like, damn.
I
know they were letting him work, but I was
not expecting the strength he had when he went for that. Yeah. And I was like, oh, shit. You know, so...
He's good from the back. That's how I see him get him.
So I was just whatever, and then he got my back, and I thought to myself, all right, I'm going to just try to rest here and defend instead of trying to get out or anything.
He was all, whoop.
Yeah, and he caught me. I was like, all right. I mean, I'm not mad about it. Like, whatever. I really...
Did you hear me yelling at you? I was like, he's going to choke you. You better fucking start moving.
Yeah. You're like, stop fucking around. I was like, I'm trying to rest.
No, dude.
No,
his back control is good because, like, I'll let him get to my back a couple times. Or, like, if I'm being lazy, he'll catch my back. And once he gets those hooks in, I'm like, damn, he's like, I'm not strong like that from the back.
Yeah.
That's why I don't mess with the back. I'm so bad from there.
Yeah, he had a pretty good.
I mean, a little koala.
I was whatever. I don't care. It's not.
Yeah, it's
maybe for him it'll give him like a.
Yeah, for sure.
Know what I mean?
It's practice. Who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't get beat by a white belt because then I'll get fucking shamed. I talk too much shit. I've been talking too much shit.
I don't talk shit, so I don't care.
Oh, dude, there's this white belt on Instagram. He's like this really fit black dude. I think he trains out of Henzo Gracie somewhere. And I just came across his shit like on the Explorer, and he's interviewing people. And like it's like him, who's like an in shape black dude, you know, athletic, you know, and then this nerdy white kid, and the nerdy white kid's a blue belt, and he's like a no stripe white belt, and he's talking shit to him. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up, I'm gonna take your back, and all this shit. And I think I kind of ended up kind of being even. Then he was talking shit to some other like blue belt, and the blue belt wrecked him. And then I just posted on the shit. I was like, I'd love to catch a roll, dog. I'm hoping he responds to me, but I'm like, where you at, dog? You on the West Coast? Let me come clap those cheeks and interview me real quick.
Yeah. For the past couple weeks, he's been having a lot of hard rolls.
He's getting I know why, but he's getting ready for this comp now. He's trying to get certain people ready for this comp that's coming up this weekend, and then belt promotion's coming up. I'm not in line to get a belt, so I'm just chilling. I don't give a fuck either. I feel you know, stripes. This is what I feel like. You're going to get 2 stripes. You're going to pass me up.
I do not want stripes.
Wait.
Period.
You have 1 or none?
I have none.
Okay, so if you get 2, we'll be even.
I don't want any.
All right.
I want 0.
It doesn't matter. No, you're good, dude. You're a 2 stripe. You're at least a 1 stripe purple belt.
I don't want any.
You know, a couple weeks ago, one of the black belts told me, he was like, don't let anyone take this. Because I'm always saying I'm not a purple belt. Yeah. He's like, don't let anyone take it from you. You're a fucking purple belt. I was like, yeah, that's bitch. Cool. Yeah, what's up, motherfuckers?
That's cool.
Letting everyone know. Might as well be a black belt, according to Joe Rogan.
According to Joe Rogan. Or Saint Joe Rogan.
Yeah, fucking Saint Rogie. Yeah. I got to make some Saint Rogie shirts. I just got to get someone to design it. I have the design in my head. I just got to get someone.
You got to be careful with that one. I don't feel like he'd be the type to go out.
No, he wouldn't care. But I mean, Shane Gillis would be the one that got mad. He made it up.
Oh.
Yeah, so do you know who Shane Gillis is?
Yeah, the comedian.
Yeah, so when he got kicked out of SNL, he was friends with a lot of the New York comics because he was already doing comedy in New York. And there's this other podcast called Legion of Skanks, which, by the way, I want to fight Lewis so bad. I had a Skype meeting with him, and it was about something else, and I tried to bring it up, and then we were kind of busy and didn't get to it. But I'm trying to set up a super fight. Me and Luis Gomez, I will clap his cheeks. That fool's always online talking shit how he's going to fuck everyone up because he trains MMA and shit. And he's just he's not old. He's like 42, I think. He's a big Puerto Rican dude, but he's got like, I see red bro mentality. And he does train, but he's like actually from Gracie Maite, he's a blue belt from somewhere upstate New York. And it's like, just let me get a hold of him. Just let me get my pals on him.
My pals.
Yeah. But Shane Gillis on his podcast, on Legion of Skanks podcast, he was making a joke that he was hoping that Rogan would have him on so he could save him. And he's like, I need Saint Rogie on my side. And then every time on that podcast they would do like court.
Uh-huh.
And when they would do court, they printed out a copy of Flying Monkeys in Space, which is one of Joe Rogan's comedy specials. Yep. That's what they would put their hand on to swear. That's fucking funny. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, it's a funny podcast. They say some wild shit on there, but I want to clap those cheeks badly.
I don't know. I was talking to Big J, and I was kind of like,
whatever he says, you got to take with a grain of salt.
No,
it doesn't. He lives in a skewed realm where he's a giant human.
Oh yeah.
Who's also extremely strong.
I was just saying that I feel that I'm in a plateau right now where I'm not motivated to train right now.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not motivated. Like,
because you're training too much.
Like, I have to tell myself to go train. I haven't trained 10 a.m. in like 2 weeks.
Good. Stop doing that.
Because I just not motivated.
Yeah, you don't need to train twice a day. I mean, when Omar was talking about,
I love doing it twice a day.
Well, obviously you don't.
My game, you said you're not motivated. Well, my game, I love it because I see the improvements in my game. Like, I see the difference, right, in my cardio, and my game gets better. But what I was saying is, like, I feel like I'm in a plateau where I'm not necessarily getting better right now, and I'm getting fucked up by everybody. But at the same time,
that's because your body's tired.
But at the same time, 100%. But at the same time, in my mind, I'm like, I can't stop coming because then I just go. Everyone gets better, and I don't keep getting. That's why I just keep going. And me and Jay were talking, and we were saying this is where that discipline kicks in, because motivation is cool, but all of a sudden you're not motivated, and now for me, I have to tell myself this is just what you do. You show up, to train 5 days a week, no matter what. That's the minimum. You show up. You just keep going.
Who are you lying to, bitch? You don't do 5 days a week.
I do 5.
4 days a week.
I guess this week.
Always.
But no.
How many days a week you do?
Well, I mean, if you count like 2 days.
No. You don't count. They don't count. Days. No, you said days.
What do you mean? Okay, all right. 4 days a week. 4 days a week.
Yeah. All right. So I've never had I don't want to come. I've always had I'm beat up, or like this week because I've been sick. Like I'm fine. I'm walking around fine. Right now I'm a little bit congested. But all week I had this gnarly cough.
Yeah.
And if I did if I did anything where I had to exert a little bit, I'd start coughing. Yep. I didn't want to cough on everyone, especially with this tournament coming up.
Yeah. I was the same way last week. So
I forced myself to work till 7:30 or 8 every day, so I had a reason not to go. But dude, I was thinking about it. I'm watching jiu-jitsu on TV. Dude, I went on Friday because I was like, dude, I'm tired of fucking work. I worked from till 9 o'clock every day this week, from 8 to 9 every day, and I was like, I'm fucking tired of this shit. I'm gonna go watch. And just, I was sitting there like, fuck, I should have brought a goddamn gi.
Yeah.
Jay was calling me out. He's like, hey, go get that gi. And I was like, I don't feel it. I said something. He's like, no, we got loaner gis. And I was like, oh, they do got loaner gis.
They do.
Then I was like, I can't do it. Because I would have started coughing like crazy.
Yeah,
I was trying not to coach shoes because I didn't want to take my shoes off.
For me, my grips right now have been really bad from all the lifting and stuff.
Yeah.
So holding the bars.
You don't mess with the straps or nothing?
No.
I don't care what people say, dude.
I'm almost on the edge of doing it because.
Have you fucked with chalk yet?
I have chalk. I haven't used it though.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's like
I have chalk because I was using it when we go climbing. When we go climbing, we take the chalk. So I have a chalk bag, but I haven't used it for lifting. The fuck are you? Get the fuck out of here! Climbing's fun, dude.
No, it does look fun.
I don't
think I have the strength to do it.
It's not. I don't know. You have to come try it.
I'll for sure try it. Now I feel good now. Like my shoulder feels good, my ankle feels good.
It's really fun. Well, we bought all our own gear now. Shoes, gear, all that shit.
This is why you have a car with a hole in it.
This is why I have a car with a hole in it. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
Dude, we drove all the way up to fucking San Bernardino. Because that's the closest REI or R.
Is it really?
Yeah.
There's one in San Bernardino?
Yeah, that's the closest one as far as fuck.
There's not one in Temecula?
No.
Yeah. I've only ever seen an REI in public in California.
There's one in San Diego.
Burbank.
There's one in, I think, Ventura County.
Oh, Burbank's closer.
Yeah, there's somewhere over there.
Yeah,
maybe it's Burbank. There's one over there, and then there's the one in San Bernardino.
Dude, if you're gonna go to REI again, go to the one in Burbank.
That's big.
I don't know. It looks big, but in the parking lot, there's one of the best burrito places in the world.
Oh my god,
dude! It's like a fast food burrito. It's so good. It's like an.
How long did that take?
20 minutes. 15 minutes.
How long did that take for him to get the food,
dude? I know all the good burritos. If you need a burrito, hit me up in the comments. I'll tell you where to go to get a burrito. But so there's this place in fucking it's in the valley. I've only ever seen it like in the valley, in the San Fernando Valley. It's called Sharky's. It's kind of like Chipotle.
Uh-huh.
Dude.
It's good.
insane. It's expensive as fuck though. A burrito's like $20, but dude, it's so good, and they have the best salsa. When I lived out there, I didn't for like the last couple of years I worked out there. I didn't have a normal job. I was just repairing guitars, so I was just I did whatever I wanted all day, and I would go to this one Sharky's and get a burrito and order a giant thing of salsa. Or no, maybe you have to pay for some chips with the salsa, whatever. And I would just sit there and eat the burrito and eat chips for hours. Just sit there and just fucking chomp on chips and watch people walk by and shit. I didn't have anything else to do.
Yeah.
But dude, Sharky's is. I mean, I forgot about it. Like I went back after years of not going, and I was like, it's not that good. Let me just try it. It's that good, dude. It's so good, dude.
Yeah, some places are like that.
Yeah. But I got something to bring up on the level of food. You know what I'm real fucking, well, in the vein of food and fitness and shit. You know what I'm real fucking tired of?
What?
This goes out to all of our fans out there, which I wouldn't call you fans. All the people that watch this, thankfully, thank you for watching.
Why are you talking shit to them?
No, I'm not. I don't want to be mean and say that they're my fan.
They're my fans, duh.
Okay, there you go. They are your fans. That's where this is going. That's where this is fucking going. I'm tired of motherfuckers telling me how jacked you are.
What you talking about?
Dude, it gets brought up like almost every day. I talk to someone, like people that watch or like that follow us on Instagram, like, dude, John's jacked. I was like, go tell that motherfucker. Stop telling me shit. I was jacked, dog. But guess what? Guess what's coming up?
What?
Monday, bitch.
What's Monday?
Fucking Monday.
You going back?
Maybe I've been working out a little bit, not as much as I want to, but I'm gonna hit up little Omar, get on the fucking plan, and then hopefully,
dude, if you just follow what he tells you to eat, at first it feels like it's way more than you should be eating, but it's good food. It's clean. He makes it like it's not the fancy. You're not eating steaks.
Yeah,
but it's super fucking easy.
I mean, we do eat steaks, but I mean, I just want to eat. I want to be able to get to the point where it's just like I can prepare like a meal prep, like prepare 5 meals, and that's just it for the week.
The hard part is going to be like he has a shake.
I got time to make that.
But that's it.
Dude, right now,
definitely meal prep.
The last couple weeks, I've been making like egg sandwiches in the morning. I've taken the time to make it.
Yeah, I make
5 minutes
every morning. So my breakfast now is eggs, toast with a piece of cheese, 1 piece of cheese.
Do you eat toast, really?
Mm-hmm.
You get the thin toast?
No, I get the Dave's Killer Bread.
Oh yeah,
the whole grain. Yeah. So
the whole grain ones.
Yeah. So it's 2 slices. I make the eggs, and then
that's got to be like a super common thing because when I was on that meal plan from the trainer I worked out with, it was a bagel and eggs, and it was the Dave's Killer one.
Well, he doesn't tell you which one bread, but I like that bread.
Oh no, he specifically told me of mine. It's like, hey, Dave's Killer bread, and he was like, this is the reasons why. Because I told him I was like, can I get this one? And he's like, no. He's like, there's sugar in that one. You asked for
white bread, weren't you?
No, I don't really fuck with white bread.
Okay.
I can't remember what. Well, I guess it is white bread. The regular bagels are white bread, right?
I don't fuck with bagels. But yeah, the Dave's Killer like whole grain bread is one. I really like it, but it's really healthy.
Yeah, his bread's good.
Yeah, so it's that, and then it's 80 grams of yogurt, 20 grams right now of granola, and then 140 grams of pineapple.
How do you get granola without sugar in it? Just like the little flakes?
I just get it. I don't. You
go to Winco?
Granola. No, I get it at Costco.
Winco, they got the fucking.
Oh, they have like one. The one I found is pretty good. If it's got sugar, it's whatever. So it's only 20 grams. So then that plus 140 grams. I put the pineapple, but he gives like other fruit options that you can mix in there. And then
of course you use pineapple.
What else? That's breakfast. And then like depending on where you're at, he'll add like 30 grams of protein powder to that. Depending on how much protein he's trying to give you and where you're at. But that's my breakfast every day. I fucking love it.
Well, I'm gonna get on something. My goal is I don't know if I want to go to the American Nationals. I don't think I'll compete for. I'm 99% sure I'm not going to do the American Nationals, but I think I might want to go. You want to go to Vegas? I think Dan wants to go too.
When is it?
The 20, like the last week of June.
I have a couple conferences I got to check because if I want to compete, I got to make sure that. Those don't interrupt.
Nah, dude, you're good. You don't need to fucking. Dude, doing camps and shit. That's for adults, dog.
Oh, I like doing camps. It keeps me.
You like to torture yourself. Anyway, so my goal by the American Nationals is 220. That's what we're trying to get to for 220. I got close and then I fucked up.
If you follow his diet, you'll get.
But I'm gonna get on that diet. I'm up in the fucking test and I'm getting on fucking Anavar, dog.
You don't need to upload. You just gotta eat healthy.
Yeah, but when you up the test, it makes you more motivated.
You just gotta be consistent.
Yeah,
that's it.
But that stuff, you know how you use weird shit to motivate you? That's what motivates me. It's like, why am I doing all this? I don't give a fuck. When I get on Anavar, my pussy's gonna get big as fuck, dog. I'm gonna be out there smashing fools. My big ass pussy.
God damn it. Fucking guy.
See, I'm not afraid to talk about my stack.
This fucking guy.
I ain't afraid to talk about my stack.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts. But
you watching jiu-jitsu this week?
I did. One, I went back and watched the Mica Galvao matches.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were telling me about that.
Yeah, I watched them all.
or for Pans?
For Pans.
Pans.
I watched all of them, but that first one was where he messed up his ankle.
You said he got caught and he like rolled into something.
Yeah, he got caught in a straight ankle lock, and then he rolled belly down. And he fucking his ankle.
He went belly down.
No,
the dude went belly down.
He went belly down.
Did he have this grip? Like
yeah, and you could see his ankles like completely fucking like it was crazy.
Yeah, by the way, this fucking grip, like the headlock grip to try to get a straight ankle, that ain't it, player. You got to go that Kimura grip
or figure four.
Yeah, like whatever you want to call that. Like the how are you? Yeah, that's the fucking grip for the straight ankle.
But that shit was deep. Anyways, he got out of it. But what was interesting afterwards when they were interviewing him, he was, you know, for being as good as he is, he's also fucking humble as fuck. Because he's like, hey, dude, the level...
He's 20, right?
21, I think.
Oh, he just turned 21.
But he was like saying that, like, hey, look, the level of competition here is insane. Like, I respect all these guys and how good they are. And he was just saying, like, he's like, at this level, you get one chance.
Yeah.
And if you miss it, that's it. You lost it. And he's like, that's what happened. He's like, he had his chance and he missed it. And then it was my turn.
Yep.
And he's like, and I was able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, Mika's a savage, dude. I mean, I don't give a fuck what he's done. Like, how many steroids? I don't give a fuck if he was on all the tests they make in the world. It doesn't make you better at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, 100%.
It doesn't make you better at jiu-jitsu. Maybe it helps you heal a little bit more, gets you in the training room a little bit more. But dude, he is so technically good. It doesn't fucking matter.
That's his technical ability. Not only that, he's so. I don't know if this is the right term, but like risk adverse. Like he goes for like jumping fucking flying triangles, jumping fucking flying arm bars.
That's not adverse. He likes risk. Risk adverse means you don't want to take risk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then the opposite.
Yeah, he likes to take the risk.
He'll take the risk. Like I saw him go for like an armbar, jumping armbar, and he kind of landed on his head, but he finished the armbar. And I'm like, fuck.
Well, I mean that's a good transition into the next people we wanted to talk about. You're talking about your opening. You have like a split second to get
to take advantage of that. Yeah.
That I mean, if you watched the Ruotolos fight this weekend on One, Francisco Lowe was kind of putting it on Kade. Mm-hmm. The long hair one. I forget.
Dude, he almost Uchima'd him right off the fucking.
Dude,
that was insane.
Dude, they were scrapping. Those boys scrapped. But then, like, did you notice that flying triangle he threw up in the fucking when they were
in the corner? Yeah,
dude, he went from standing to having his feet on his shoulders like that.
That quick, dude.
I don't know if you know about Francisco Lowe. That motherfucker's a dog, dude. That dude's bad. And dude, whatever Ruotolo brother, I'm so bad at fucking names. I think he's Kade.
I think it is Kade.
Yeah. Kade is a savage, dude. Those dudes, I cannot wait for him to start doing MMA.
You know what it is? They have him and his brother just beat the shit out of each other growing up and went full out.
They still do it.
And then so they've grown up doing that, so they go out and they bring that to the matches.
Before we get back to jiu-jitsu, he's doing an MMA fight coming up. It's his first. He's in One. He's fighting in One, but I'm a little bit scared because those kids are so comfortable with combat and they have so much like quote unquote style that he comes out with his hands down.
Comfortable.
And he's like, it's like, dude, if you come out with your hands down against the wrong dude, you're going to get fucking caught.
Yeah, 100%.
But I'm thinking, my guess for him doing MMA, because I know he's been striking for years. They've been training striking for years already. But his jiu-jitsu and his grappling is so fucking good. He's gonna smash a lot of fools.
But the problem is like, it's MMA is evolved so much that like
well, they're not going to give him a high level fighter in the beginning. He's going to get someone on his level, probably an 0-0 or a 1-0 or an 0-1.
But is there not going to be as high level as grappling as him?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and I don't know what his striking's like, but it's probably pretty good because as long as I've been in jiu-jitsu, I've known who the Ruotolos were, and they've been striking since then. So they've probably been striking since they were kids, right? Mm-hmm. So they have an idea of striking, maybe not MMA striking, but they're there. But going back to that fight with Francisco was kind of putting it on him, and then they got to a point where a sweep happened, and Francisco was on the bottom, and he turtled, and he tried to run away. And when he turned away, fucking Kade got on his back and took his back.
And it was such a weird back take.
But it was so fast.
He like flipped as he like. It was such a weird back take too because he he was trying to get away, and as he felt him get his back, he like rolled. But the way that he caught him, I don't know, dude. That was insane.
It was like so. That was sick. It was so fast, and the submission was so fast. It was like it was fake.
Yeah.
And then when you watched it slow, so first of all, I'd never seen that submission ever. An arm in, fucking
arm in
guillotine,
or rear
naked choke. Like,
yeah, that's what they were like.
I've tried to do that a couple times. And I'm like, nah, you can't do it. It's impossible. Yeah. Obviously, it's fucking. Not.
He also has longer arms, smaller neck. Like, there's a
but now that I know that it's finishable, I think I could do it.
Mm-hmm.
If I could get someone's arm up like that,
well, it's like a rear.
It's more like an arm triangle.
Yeah, like a rear arm triangle. I mean, your head's not there, but it's the same.
But in the arm triangle, you're not putting your forearm across their throat. You're more on the side, or your bicep is on the carotid.
Yeah.
So, but he's went full rear naked with the arm in, and dude, that shit was so crazy, and like it was so tight that he tapped as soon as it locked in.
It was fast,
and you could tell it was tight. It wasn't like he got scared and tapped.
Yeah,
it was in there fast, and he got it. Like, and it was quick. And then when Ty fought, same shit. He caught, dude. First of all, Francisco Lowe is on that upper level. He's an upper level fighter. I think he's a black belt world champion in the gi, and I think he's like a 2-time no gi world champion.
I think that's what they said. Yeah,
he's legit. And then you get Ty fighting Isaac. Isaac is a brown belt, a no gi world champion, but I mean he's on the highest level of no gi fighting. I mean he's trained with Danaher, he's trained with B Team. The guy he trains with in Australia is legit. He's upper level no gi grappler, dude. Ty made him look like a child.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Like Ty's wrestling wasn't as, you can tell, it's not as good as Isaac's wrestling, but Isaac is way more powerful. And he said he could feel it right away that he was more powerful. But Ty's technique was so much slicker. And then again, he caught him in that one. So we were talking about it earlier. We were trying to work it out in our heads. But Isaac had Ty's back kind of like in a crab ride. He didn't have the hooks in, but he had his knees compressed on his back, and he was going to put the hooks in. Somehow Ty turned around and hip bump sweeped him. But when you watch it, he takes his outside leg, whips it around, and throws him over, and then tucks it back in and ends up, on top.
Yeah,
that was the crazy. It was so fast. It was like it was fake.
Watching stuff like that, it's like it kind of goes to show where you learn jiu-jitsu, you learn a technique. And obviously, you're drilling it in the perfect condition.
Yeah.
And then you see something like that, and you're like, "Oh, that was 100% not a good position, not the right way to do it."
He was on his back.
Yeah, and boom, it worked. So
those kids.
Sometimes you just gotta fucking full commit.
One of the things you have to think about, you have to consider when you consider those kids. They just turned 21. They're not even kids anymore.
They've been doing this.
They're young men.
Fucking
2 or 3. They started doing jiu-jitsu.
That's insane.
So what is that, 19 years?
That's insane.
So they're 19 years in at this point, and they've been training at the highest level team. I don't know where they originally started at, but they were at AOJ up until purple belt.
Mm-hmm.
And they went – I was reading online. I guess AOJ was somehow affiliated with Atos at the time. And then they left being with AOJ and going to Atos. And then they got their brown belts and their black belts from Mica Galvao. But those kids are at this level that is – so 2 years ago,
going to be more and more.
Yeah, there's going to be more and more people like that. So, But think about it. Let's say you're an average adult. I don't know how old Francisco Lowe is, but let's say he started when he was 17. Let's say he's 29. He's only got 12 years experience.
So what I foresee is, how right now, if you wanted to, you can go compete adults.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
And I can go compete adults, and you can compete against pros. I think the level, because kids are starting so young, that it's gonna have to change. There's gonna have to be a pro division.
Well, so you can do that. You can only compete at adult against pros at opens.
If you win, but you have to win.
Yeah, you can't do worlds.
Yeah, you have to win.
They've already bifurcated to split that. So even black belts can't compete at black belt worlds unless you win a certain amount of points.
Yeah.
You got to get.
I think that's good.
You got to get 1 or 2 golds or 4 or 5 silvers, right? Or 10 bronzes at opens.
Yeah. So San Diego Open.
That's why you see these pros at these bullshit opens sometimes, because they were hurt or whatever, and they needed the points to go fight at worlds. Because I think there's only 16 guys or something like that they allow per weight class at worlds.
Yeah, they keep it smaller.
Yeah.
But still, that's fucking.
But those kids, dude, they're on another level.
Yeah, and that's what blows my mind.
Mica's on the same thing, because Mica's on that same thing. They have the exact same path.
They're the first. I don't want to say the first generation, because before, you had that. If you look at Henner and his brother, they've been training.
Only the Gracies.
Yeah, they've been training, but now it's becoming more more prevalent.
That's probably why the Gracies were so dominant for so long, because they're fighting. Let's say they're both black belts. Let's say it's black belt. This is a good example. When Hoyler won, I think the first IBJJF Worlds, I think he was 34. He won a black belt against another black belt who was a younger adult, like in his 20s. So let's just say,
but he probably just got. So Hoyler,
at that point, Hoyler's old.
Yeah,
and he's competing against a guy who's good enough to be at Worlds, but Hoyler is 34. He's probably got 32 years of experience. Yeah. Versus a dude who's a legit black belt, but maybe he's got 12 years of experience.
That's exactly why they say. Yep. Restart black belt is you're just starting because you're going like you. And I think that's something we've talked about a lot is like you can compete and do well white, blue, purple, brown. Yep. Because everyone has the same experience. Yep. Or average about 1 or 2 years, 3 years, or a couple maybe it might be like 5 years longer than they should be. But then once you hit black belt, now it's like you show up at black belt masters, all of a sudden you're a brand new black belt going up against a 20 year long running black belt, fucking 4 stripes,
Well, let's say you started jiu-jitsu older in life, and you started jiu-jitsu when you're 40, and you got your black belt by the time you're 50, and you go do the American Nationals, and fucking Omar's in your division.
Yeah.
Omar's about to be a Coral belt, like 3 more years he's a Coral belt, so he's 20, I think he's 27 years as a black belt.
Yeah. That's
crazy. And you're like some fresh ass dude who's been training jiu-jitsu for 9 years.
I'm a real boy.
Yeah. You get your fucking cheeks clapped.
Yeah, you about to get clapped.
That's why like I don't know if I know you have. You've seen a lot of the Omar competitions in person, and dudes are like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And they just laugh when they're getting beat.
Yeah,
it's like they're fighting a legend. They're excited to fight the legend.
But then they realize there's nothing they can do.
There's just nothing you can do because maybe
he knows all the shit you're gonna do.
Maybe he's older and slower than he used to be, but his jiu-jitsu's so much better than he used to be.
Not only that, he knows everything you're gonna do before you do it.
Everything. A couple times I've rolled with him, I'm like, oh, here it comes. I can feel it. I got some hot shit, and then you're stuck still. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's true. Very, very, very true.
Yep. Dude, there was another competition on yesterday maybe or Friday. It was in Australia, so the times are funny. It was called Subversive in Australia. Did you watch any of that? I only watched the Fionn fight this morning.
Oh yeah, I forgot Fionn. How'd she do?
Fuck, dude.
She's probably destroyed.
She's got to be the most dominant female grappler.
She is.
That's current.
She is.
That's currently fighting.
Yeah.
She is unreal. This girl.
Well, yeah, at her level. I was gonna say. I mean, I know you hate her, but what's her name is fucking everyone up too.
Helena doesn't have.
But
shit
she's not on that level. I don't.
She don't have shit for fucking.
I would love to see that match. No. Though. Are they in completely different weight classes too, though? Aren't they?
I think Helena's heavier.
Yeah, she's pretty.
But I don't. It doesn't matter. She's gonna.
It's gonna happen at some point.
She was getting caught like in heel hooks, like heel hook-ish ankle locks, and like Estima. She got caught like in an Estima, a straight ankle with the hi, how are you grip, and then the fucking and like kind of like a heel hook thing. And I was like, oh shit, she might be done. She didn't even fucking change her face.
It comes to something I was gonna bring up. If you ever noticed, like all the high level, I feel like all the high level grapplers have had their ankles fucked so much. They're all flat. Like they can all
move it,
and then they snap and they keep going. Like they're just used to that.
Well, when fucking little homie popped my shit a couple weeks ago, it didn't hurt.
No, it hurt. I didn't. Fucking day
20
or
minutes
two.
later,
Yeah, because that's what happened to me. Is when mine popped, it sounded like shit was snapping.
Yeah,
but it didn't hurt until the next day. This shit still hurts.
Well, think about it like this. This is how I would think about it. So like I didn't even tap when he stopped. I was ready to keep going, but I was like, maybe we shouldn't keep going. But look at your value as a grappler. Your value is how much you win. Mm-hmm. So she's getting invited to all these, let's say let's just say Subversive is some bullshit thing. I know it's been around for a while, but it's not who's number one. It's not ADCC.
Right.
It's not even Polaris or any of that shit. It's a lower level one in Australia. They probably paid her $5,000 to show up, right? Mm-hmm. So she probably got like an all expensive paid
ADCC.
Yeah, but let's say she got an all expensive paid trip to Australia.
Uh-huh.
It was $5,000 to win, and then she does a bunch of seminars, right?
Yeah,
all that shit goes away when you lose.
Yeah.
So if you get me in a fucking ankle lock and you fucking pop my shit, that shit goes away. Like if I tap, that shit starts to go away. Less people come to the seminar.
Well, that's like Nicky Rod, or what's the name? Not Nicky Rod.
J-Rod?
No, it was Nicky Rod. It popped, broke
Gordon's shit. Can't tap.
He didn't tap.
That's why, dude. Omar always says this shit. You got 2 legs. You got 2 arms. You only got 1 neck.
You got to choke.
You can't stop a choke. You're not fighting through a choke if it's a real choke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're going out.
You're finishing a fight from a choke. You're not. I mean, let's say you're in the streets and you go armbar someone, you snap his shit, and he gets up and he's fucking fighting with the fucking. I mean, there's the video. Fucking Jacare got his shit broken and kept fucking fighting.
Yeah.
Jacare got his shit broken twice.
Pat Miletich, I think it was, did the same thing.
He just kept fighting.
Yeah, he just kept fighting.
Yeah, I think Jacare won Worlds with a broken arm.
Yeah.
So
didn't Buchecha too? Like, tucked his arm in, or I don't remember.
I think that's Jacare tucked his arm and fucking everyone up. Yeah.
Fucking savage, bro.
Yeah. So like
savagery.
I mean, I think so Jacare's last fight in the UFC got his arm broken. And it's like the same shit. It's like he probably was gonna keep fighting.
I was on that level, I was watching this meme, or not a meme, this guy was talking about jiu-jitsu.
Hold on. John Jones got his arm broken and kept fighting and won against fucking Vitor. Vitor broke his arm and he knocked him out, I think.
That was like, well, that one, I wasn't Pat Miletich. He was fighting.
That's old school, dude.
Yeah,
Pat Miletich.
It was a big ass white dude, and he used to have a mohawk. Not Chuck Liddell.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. He was a heavyweight champion. He was a heavyweight champion for a while.
Yeah,
he's got a funny name. Continue. I know what you're talking
about. But he was in the armbar, and he lifted him, and his arm snapped, and he kept going, and then they were like. The ref's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And he was like, what? His arm was like, he's like, I didn't fucking quit. I'm not stopping. You know,
I think that same shit happened to Dean Lister.
He's like, your arm's fucking broke, bro. Fucking calm down.
I don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah. But I was watching someone talk on, it was on Instagram, and they were, his finger popped out of place or whatever, and then they like fixed it. But he was saying that like that is, you need that. Like, if you're going to do jiu-jitsu, like, that's the type of mentality you have. Where, like, your finger pops out, they go and fix it, and you're like, all right, let's keep going, you know? And I was like, man, our gym is like that for sure. Even your girl, her shit got fucked up, and they popped it back in place, and shit kept going.
Still fucked up.
And they kept going. Jonathan, his shit got popped, and I remember, like, he was like, oh, my God, and his finger looked like a fucking L. And then...
Sean's son, the same shit.
And then they...
popped it back?
Dan popped it back in.
I think Dan popped Brianna's back in too, but like Brianna still wears tape because her shit's still fucked up.
Yeah.
She tapes her fingers together, but it's I mean it's just part of the game.
But but I think you need that mental fortitude, I think, in jiu-jitsu. And it's fucked up because I've talked to like it's weird because I've talked to like friends that don't do the jiu-jitsu. And you talk about the little injuries you have.
I mean, sissies.
And you're just like, the little injuries that you have, you know, and like, but you continue to go. You go when you're hurt. You still fucking go. Like, you just keep going, and it's just a weird.
Shit, I couldn't walk all last week.
It's a weird addiction. It's an addiction. It's a weird thing because if you were, I feel like if it was anything else that you were constantly hurting yourself in. And always in pain, because you're always in pain. You're always sore. There's always something.
Well, if you're not in pain statically, you're in pain while you roll. Yeah,
there's like that someone would be like, dude, this is, you know, we have to have an intervention. This is not good for you. But like for here, it's like you still show up. Like no matter what, you're always there. You're just fucking back at it again and again and again and again. And it's like sometimes things don't stop hurting. It's just other things start hurting more. And then you forget about the things that were hurting before.
Yeah.
So it's
like I think weird. My shoulder's perfect. I'm just trying to work the strength back.
My shoulder was hurting that day. My shoulder, it feels like it was trying to pop out every time.
Really?
It was I was on trying to come out from underhooks, and I couldn't put pressure up because every time I put pressure, I was like, I felt like it was starting to move, and I was like, fuck. So I was like stuck because I couldn't shoot this arm up like this because it was hurting so bad, and I was like. So I was having a rough day, but that's what I was talking about. Like I just feel like I'm.
You need to go back to
a plateau.
Just take 2 months. Just do once a day, 4 days a week. Keep lifting.
Maybe, yeah.
Because you are plateauing, and then it's like
100%.
There's no doubt you're stronger than me. It's a fact. You're stronger than me.
Only because I lift every day.
Yeah, but by the time you and I roll, sometimes you're fatigued.
100%. Yeah, well, that's the thing.
And you said you're stuck at 4 rolls.
But that's the thing that I know is when I roll with people, I've already had a fucking crazy workout that day, and so I'm never coming in 100% fresh. I'm always like grips are tired.
Do you think that's a positive or a negative?
I think it's both, because there's sometimes where I'll come back after like 3 days of nothing, like no working out, no nothing. Like we'll
So,
go
like,
somewhere.
Mondays.
Yeah, we'll go somewhere. No, because I worked out yesterday, but like we'll go somewhere and I can't work out or whatever,
Yeah.
and then I'll have like 3-4 days of no working out, just 100%, just like recovery, and I come back Monday and. Like when I came back from my Vegas trip, I was sick. I couldn't lift.
Yeah.
That first day, I rolled fucking like 30, 40 minutes straight
Yeah.
because it was one roll. But I felt fucking good.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I was hurting nothing. It was
You
just
felt
good
good until you fucking ran into me, motherfucker.
And then, so I think
Yeah.
it's a mix because also I come in and I'm already tired.
Yeah.
I have to really focus on like try to being technical because I can't be explosive. My grips are fucking burnt out. Like I couldn't even do like this week. I haven't been able to do any lasso stuff because as soon as I grab, like I have no grips,
Yeah.
and it's I'm like fuck.
Well, I ran into that against old Eduardo that day that he got. I said paper cutter. He actually clock choked me, but when he dipped my shoulder down, but he was only able to get to that position because I couldn't drive off my foot. Every time I would go to drive, that's how I sweep everyone. My major sweep is to the left, and I drive off of my left foot to get that sweep. Like I'm here. And I'll rotate with my right foot, and then as soon as I get the weight onto my left ankle and foot, that's where I drive from. And I know which sweeps work with him, like my body type and his body type. I know which ones work, and I couldn't get the drive to come underhook on him. And the same thing happened when my shoulder was hurt. I couldn't drive with my left shoulder. I couldn't underhook. I couldn't do anything, so it stopped all my sweeps. Yeah. And that's what you have to.
And I'm not. I guess let me make it clear. I'm not making excuses.
You're just overtraining.
I'm just saying it makes me have to do different. It makes me makes me have to adjust my game, which is fine because like when I hurt my knee, I couldn't even start standing.
Your knees are still hurt.
They are, but I can stand now.
Oh, I see what you mean.
When I first hurt it, like I couldn't even start standing, so I'd just sit down and start from the bottom. But I got to work more from that position, you know? So while it does suck sometimes, at the same time, it forces you to like, where do I need to change my game? And then you get better at those, you know, like for something I've been working on is framing from the bottom and like just little things, you know?
Yeah. I think I talked about this, but because my shoulder was bad, I started playing knee shield.
So you can't because you couldn't use the knee. Exactly. And that's what I mean. It forces you to think, okay, I can't do this. What is the next thing I do? Yeah. But you're adding that. So now your shoulder's better. You have this, and you're still comfortable doing this. So that's why when you're asking, like, do you think it's better? Yeah. I think it's a mix. Like, I think you can learn a lot in those adversities, right? And then secondly, something else that I think a lot of people who don't train, it really applies to any type of training where you push yourself to your physical limit. The last week or couple weeks that we've trained, I've hit a wall mentally where in the middle of fucking training, I'm like, fuck, I can't continue. Like my brain is like, you just need to stop. You just need to stop. And it's like a limit where and I think I need to start working on pushing past that and just being like I said, I think 4 is my limit right now. I need to be like, fuck it.
Yeah, but that's because you're fatigued.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But that's when you're in the deep waters.
Yeah.
So that's when you need to push harder, I think. That's when that's where that mental fortitude comes in. And I really got to be like, look, I don't give a fuck if you're tired. You know, keep being technical with it. You know, maybe don't be explosive, but like, don't let myself get fucking choked out like that.
Well, I think, I mean, that's where our game's a little bit different. I think your game is a little bit faster than mine. And your game relies more on physicality. I mean, both our games are very physical. My game is being physical in that 1 second where you give me the opening.
Explosive,
where I use everything I have to get out of the position I'm in, which probably not very good. I think you should probably work on like the incremental wins first,
get to the position
changing the position. Like I rely on changing the position in one movement, versus a lot of guys like if you look at Josh, like Josh's game, it's not one movement based. It's like 17 movements up to a point where then it's like a waterfall effect. He's got you here, and then it comes. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, Gordon Ryan talks about that a lot, like that kipping bullshit where you're not gonna hip bump, you're not gonna oopa someone out of that shit. But if you fucking you're gonna get someone out of position. Yeah. I think there's a benefit to both of those, which I'm trying to work on that more. But the mental fortitude part of it is like, dude, I've never been ground out as hard as I have been in the gym in a competition.
100%.
There's dudes who I've been like, wow, this is pressure like I've never felt before. But it's not unrelenting like it is in our school. Like you roll with like
right.
Misa, you roll with like Big Danny, even fucking
Kyle.
Danabolic. Kyle grinds in another way, but like you roll with like Danabolic, Big Danny, Big Purple Belt Danny, fucking Misa. Couple of those guys, dude, even fucking Louis.
Make you fucking suffer.
Just the way that they crossface, it's with intent to win.
Yeah.
And it's like, like sometimes like Misa is the only person I've really, I wouldn't say I can beat him, but I figured out. Like I know that he's gonna move. He's gonna do something, and it doesn't work. No, it doesn't create openings. He's like, okay, this is not working. I have another move. And he chains this shit. I only figured that out because he told me one time. He'll like this. Okay, that doesn't work. Let's go back to number one. He goes like in this chain, and I try to find my positions within one of those chains.
Yeah.
And I know 4 or 5 of his attacks from the positions that I'm in. So I'm like, okay, he's gonna move to this. He's gonna move to this, and then I know what's coming next, and that's when I try to get out. It almost never works.
Something that I've been telling Rebecca, because we've been kind of working together, is that she doesn't do, and I don't think a lot of women honestly do. At least in our gym, I don't say. There's a couple girls that I see like they do this, but like specifically everyone you're talking to, when they move, there's always pressure from everywhere. There's always head down. They're keeping that connection. They're always close. They don't leave space. And I think
that's the Gracie Mica style.
Yeah, when there's no space for you to even get an arm in or move.
That is how you do jiu-jitsu.
You can't do anything from there. It makes it so much more difficult. And that's what I've been telling Rebecca that too. I don't see a lot of girls do that. They leave a lot of space and gaps in between. And I
yell at them. All the girls.
I'm like, when you move, you should be.
You should be like sucking.
Maybe you're gonna hate this. Maybe you're not. You know that whole 32 principle thing. Henner and them have this whole process.
I know about it. I've never talked about it.
So one of the things that they talk about is...
I tell you about... So right there. I think Henner is amazing at talking about jiu-jitsu. He's just a fucking cornball.
Yeah.
He's just a cornball.
So one of the things that they talk about a lot is being connected and then also disengaging and knowing... And this is what I've been telling Rebecca and Noah and Nathan. I'm like, you need to know when you need to be connected and you need to know when you disengage. Yeah. When you're connected, you should be fucking connected. Exactly like what you said. If I'm connected to you, I need to be connected to you. I need to have 3 fucking points of contact. I want to have my pressure on you. I want to be holding on. If I'm on the top, I want to be smothering you at all fucking times from everywhere. When I move, I'm like, just grinding you out. I was telling them, like, but when you disengage, then you need to fully commit to disengaging, backing out, and resetting. Like, you can't half-ass. You can't be one or the other. You either need to be connected or you need to disengage and be completely separated.
Yeah. Old Mr. Rice and Beans said that to me a couple weeks ago. I hadn't considered. I understood the principle while doing jiu-jitsu, but it's something I hadn't thought of, and it's been changing my game since he told me, which is Old Rice and Beans is Leo, by the way. He was like, hey, when you're playing half guard, you need to be fully connected. You need to be in there. And then he's like, knee shield is a different position. At knee shield, you're creating distance.
Yeah.
And he was talking about it, and I was like, oh shit. And I actually started using it the opposite way. So I use it when I do half guard. That's kind of, it naturally came to me that way. But when I'm passing from half guard, passing from the guard, I consider where I want to be. Do I want to be in that full contact or do I want to be on the outside?
Yeah.
And it's been helping me pass guards of people that I couldn't normally pass when I'm on top. And it's like, because normal, my passing style, it used to be a little bit of both, but right now it's 100% smash. I'm going to grind you to the point where you want me to pass to get out of this pain I'm giving you, right? But it's 50-50. If you try to grind fucking Misa out, he's going to fucking lasso sweep you. Yeah. It's going to happen. Like, there is no doubt. If you try to grind through his guard, he's going to lasso sweep you. Even you. Even
with Leo too, like, you'd be passing his half guard, and all of a sudden you're like, bah! And you flip. So you have to you have to really worry about body position and what do you call it? Like counter weight, so that you're not too far up because he'll fucking just
you got a reward of your balance of your base.
Yeah.
And then, so what I've been trying to do now is when maybe like mid blue belt, I passed a lot with like, I don't know what it's really called, like kind of like a tripod pass. You push the legs like a Toriando, and then you pass with your head, right? I passed like that for a long time, and it was really good. And one time I was rolling with Cody, and I had him fucking pinned on the ground. And I had his legs fucking stuck. He couldn't move. I was going back and forth and finally got to the point where I was passing. You know, Cody's the most mobile motherfucker in the gym. He hipped out and I face planted on the mat. Dude, full face plant on the mat. After that, I stopped doing it. Dude, I thought I broke my nose.
Yeah.
And then, like, he didn't realize what happened. So he popped up and crushed me. And I'm like, oh my God, I think my face is broken. So I stopped doing it. But now I'm back to that because I know where to put my head. So it's not going to get pushed away anymore.
Yeah.
So that's the whole connection or smothering, right? Yeah. And back to where we started this, a lot of the women, they don't grind the way we grind.
Some of them do, but a lot of them
none
don't.
Of them don't. None of them do.
I've seen a few that do.
No.
But
I've had the people you think do tell me, I can't believe you guys do that to each other.
Well, yeah. I think that's different, though. That's just, I don't know. That's just different.
At our level and our size, you can't win being slick. Like, you don't have the length. You know, if you're gonna win in our divisions, you got to be like 7 foot.
Yeah.
You got to be like 6'2", 6'1". You know, you got to be like Nick size, purple belt Nick size, like to win in that weight in that division to be slick. Otherwise, it's all grinding.
Power and grinding.
You know, it's fucking all
not
strength.
Power
and technique.
grinding.
Strength is a technique, by the way.
Strength is a technique. I agree with you.
Pressure is a technique.
I agree with you because that's like you don't ever tell the flexible person like, oh, you're just flexible.
Were we talking about that yesterday? I was talking to someone, and that was the exact thing we were talking about. Those exact words.
Yeah.
It must have been Misa.
I don't know. But you never tell someone, you never tell a flexible person like, oh, you only won because you're flexible. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, it's technique. Like, being strong, I fucking...
And when you lift, there is so much technique in lifting.
Yeah.
You can't
I don't think people realize that. I don't think people know.
People that don't lift.
Yeah, there's a lot of technical aspects to lifting.
And I wouldn't even,
how you lift so you don't get injured.
I wouldn't even consider that I lift. But I know the difference between trying to goon shit up and like technique.
Doing it correctly. Yeah.
It's a world of difference.
Oh yeah. Yeah. 100%. But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I just like I said, I feel like right now I'm kind of
telling you, this will change.
Came in here.
Did it? This will change your game. Go back to 4 days a week, once a day. Keep your lifting regimen the same. Excuse me. Every time I've gotten to the point where I plateaued, I had to travel for work, and it's kind of always been like that schedule. And I come back, and I'm thinking about jiu-jitsu the whole time. I have like no little nagging pains, and my game elevates a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. I finally just feel like I got out of that plateau. Because I've been feeling plateaued for like the last 4 months. You know, I felt like I was getting good, and then when I fought that dude from Autos, I was like, I'm on fucking fire.
You're doing good.
And then that next tournament, that dude fucking smashed me with that bullshit Kimura, and I was like, fuck. And then ever since then, my game plateaued.
For me, I feel like I'm in this when I compete. I'm in this thing where I know I can win, but at the same time, my game doesn't I don't do what I normally do in the gym, and I need to figure out why I don't do what I do in the gym. I think it's because you get afraid and you don't think.
Yeah,
I think it's a mental thing where I fucking and I don't get afraid. It's just different. Like I don't know what it is.
So my game is not very good for winning in tournaments. You know, you gotta I can't sweep Jay. If I could sweep Jay from the bottom, I would use that. All I do is play half guard. Yeah. But I can't sweep guys my size in my division. Yeah. Every once in a while I get lucky and I can sweep them. Or if I really fight for something, I can sweep them. But in tournaments, it's so much harder. So I need to work for winning tournaments. I
saw fucking Misa doing it because he did his last tournament. He did.
First of all,
fucking through everybody. I was
Misa's,
like, God damn, bro.
First of all, he's better than me.
He's really good,
and that motherfucker is strong. Like
an ox.
He is like a special type of strong I've never felt before.
He's like, you know what kind of strong he is? He's like Matt Hughes.
Yes.
You ever watch Matt Hughes?
Yes.
Matt Hughes is just country strong, and even though this motherfucker ain't country, he's country strong.
Dude, one time I grabbed Misa. And I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, this is the crazy grip I have right now. Then I realized I was gripping his muscle. His muscle was like a fucking handhold. You're talking about climbing. I was like, in my head, I was like, what the fuck?
What do you got under that shirt, bro? That's illegal.
And on some other shit, one of the homies that rolls wears shin pads. And I knew he wore them, but I never really saw him or felt him. And I went to go sweep him, and I grabbed his leg. And I was like, oh, shit, I'm grabbing behind his bone right now. Like, it felt like I grabbed
behind,
and I was like, damn, this fucking test is kicking in right now. I grabbed it, then I was like, oh, shin pads.
He wears the same shin pads that I was wearing when I had that big ass lump on my fucking leg.
Most of you motherfuckers are bitch made ass.
I had a lump, a big ass fucking lump.
So
but there's a guy.
Gordon wears them.
There's a guy in San Diego who, he used to be at Hedges' gym.
Hedges'
gym, whatever. He wore straight up fucking shin guards, like soccer fucking, like hard fucking plastic. And I was like, dude, that's so fucking dangerous. If you accidentally kick someone in the face, like the ones that you're talking about, they're the D30
they're
armor,
foam.
so they're soft.
Yeah.
So that's when you grab them, like you can't tell. But I'm like, man.
You know, on that, I'm putting a campaign out. Headgear should be fucking illegal. Dude, that shit is like a weapon on your head.
It does hurt. Yeah, it can hurt for sure.
I don't give a fuck about it hurting you. It hurts me.
Yeah, I know.
That's fucked up.
I mean, it hurts if I think if you wear headgear, you have to concede certain positions.
I think next time I roll with someone with headgear and I get on top, I'm just gonna put my elbow in their fucking face like this. Like, here you go, motherfucker.
This is what it feels like.
Yeah, dude, that shit hurts.
It does. When I roll and you're fighting head position and you're fighting against hard plastic.
Yeah. Or you get like the side, dude. It fucks up your shit. Headgear should be illegal. Rogan was talking about headgear this weekend.
He's worn headgear, I think.
That's all he did. He wore it all the time. That's bitch made shit.
I went and bought the gold BJJ headgear because they have the material on the outside of it, so it covers the hard plastic.
How'd it make your pussy feel though?
It felt great. Anyways, I think our camera's dying. Make sure you guys leave a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys for watching and sticking along for the fucking ride. I don't know how many. We're pretty deep into these, so we've been doing this.
It's got to be like 44, 45, almost a year.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
We haven't missed one. I've missed two,
but we've consistently put them out. But, anyways, share it, all that good stuff.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Tell your friends.
And we're friends.
Deuce.
No os.
No os.